Iyamifa spits fire again as she warns Queen Naomi. They don't love you. Stay far away for your own good. Now, Iyamifa is making this, is giving this warning at this time, courtesy of the drama that is going on, in the palace of Ooni of Ife, and that is talking about the movement of Olori Miriam all over the place. First time it was to Paropo, she cried to lament and lament regarding the fact that they hardly see Kabiesi at the palace with them. Okay, you guys are aware that Kabiesi is a very busy man, so he's always all over the place, either commissioning or launching, or in major events. So he's always on the move. That is why some time ago I dubbed him as the ubiquitous KBC. Okay, so now apparently Iyamifa has seen that, okay, Olori Mariam first time moved to cry to Paropo, thinking that she's going to get a solution to all her problem. Maybe she's thinking that Paropo will just, by way of fiat, just tell Kabiesi, don't go to Queen Naomi's place again. Make sure you're always with this wife. Sometimes I wonder if some of these Olories don't understand how the tradition and the custom of the Leaf people work. You see, the fact that Paropo is the father of Kabiesi, of course, we all know he's the father, but that does not by any way means that Paropo will be able to command Kabiesi as such. Don't forget that Kabiesi is not the Onirisha. There was even a time I listened to an interview that was conducted with Paropo himself, where he said with his own mouth that, look, if he finds himself in a situation where he has to dobale, you know what the Yorubas call dobale? That is to prostrate. He said if he finds himself in a position where he's supposed to do that, that he will gladly do so. Yes, Paropo said it with his own mouth. So because Kabiesi is not your Onirisha, so he takes responsibility, and he has the right to do whatever he chooses to do. Of course, as the father, Parobo has some measure of he can only give advice, he can only recommend, he can only suggest, but it ends within the realm of a suggestion or advice or whatever. It's not left for the Onirisha to either abide with it or not. But even if he decides not to abide with it, I mean, by virtue of the fact that it's Onirisha, Paropo is not going to take it against him. Okay, that is how these things work. So the fact that Olori Miriam has cried to Paropo, thinking that, by way of fiat, is going to command KBC to start sleeping with them every day, staying at home. They should understand that, number one, KBC is not even that kind of person. KBC is this very, very upward mobile individual by nature. Okay, so he's always moving. And so it's not someone that you can confine to one space. It is not even possible. It's not even possible. So why Iyamifa is making this warning or giving this warning now is that Olori Miriam went to Paropo. Apparently when he now saw that Paropo, of course, Paropo is a very straightforward person. He's an old man. I guess he should be in his late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So he says it the way it is. Apparently, Paropo was very frank to Olori Miriam, telling her that he doesn't think, looking at the current situation in the palace, it doesn't feel like Queen Naomi will be willing to come to the palace, advising Miriam to take everything coolly and wait for whatever KBC will decide for the family. So now Yamifa is aware that because she did not get, maybe let me say she did not get justice now. Okay, maybe we should call it justice. Okay, she didn't get justice in the court of Paropo, so she has now moved to Reverend Esther Ajayi. And the reason why she has moved to Reverend Esther Ajayi obviously is because of the close affinity between Kabiesi on one hand and Queen Naomi on the other hand. Okay, Reverend Esther Ajayi is like spiritual mother to Queen Naomi. Okay, Queen Naomi sees her like a spiritual mother figure, and at the same time, Reverend Esther Ajayi is very, very close to KBC. That is why in most of the events that KBC normally has, you always see Reverend Esther Ajayi sitting either by his left or by his right. She's always there. Okay, and she has always been there for both of them when the time was really good and when things went bad and when things had started coming back. Reverend Esther Ajayi has always been that one consistent figure. Okay, so maybe that is why perhaps Olori Miriam has decided to, take the campaign to her doorstep, and we are told that she has told Reverend Esther Ajayi to help her talk to KBAC, saying that they have seen that everything is now about Queen Naomi, that he seizes every small opportunity to run down to Lagos to be at the royal mansion with Queen Naomi, and even saying that sometimes they have other getaway places where they go and relax and have their escapades, according to our words, and that if Reverend Staja is able to talk to KBAC and they're able to convince Queen Naomi to come back to the palace, at least the whole big family will be in one place, and they will now be able to have access to KBAC. So now, because she does not have access to her husband, allegedly now, is the reason why the clamor for Queen Naomi to come back to the palace. So it's not like this is even for an altruistic reasons. It is for a very, very selfish reason. Because come to think of it, who would have ever thought that of all people, Olori Miriam would be the one spearheading the return of Queen Naomi to the palace? How did we get here? How did we get here? Because Iyamifa is wondering why any one of them, especially Olori Miriam, of all people, will be the one appealing to Paropo, appealing to Reverend Ajayi to help talk to KBC so that they can bring Queen Naomi back to the palace. She's wondering that how is it possible that of all people, it is Olori Miriam that is making this clamor? According to Iyamifa, it was not. It was not this. Was it not this group of people who orchestrated and masterminded Queen Naomi's exit from the palace in the first place? That is what Yamifa is asking everyone. That is what she's asking. She was alleged to have also asked what has changed. If these were the same set of people who orchestrated and masterminded the eventual exit of our dear Queen Naomi from the palace at that time, the question now is what has changed? What has changed? Okay? So according to Yamifa, Queen Naomi should never, she repeated it, should never, ever, ever listen to them, as their campaign, according to her, is not real. And I totally agree with her. Okay? She went further to ask, why is Queen Naomi the problem if Oni chooses to spend more time with her after Denika? How is that Queen Naomi's problem? Okay? How is the problem? Or is it that maybe Queen Naomi, Olori Miriam, is possibly seeing the handwriting on the wall now, because saying that, look, the likes of Ronke with all their contribution of 100 million naira per month, they are still not properly treated, as since, KBS is not spending the whole time with them. I mean, maybe she's seeing the way Dr. Lizzie has always comported herself and she's having her peace. And now she's looking at even Olori Toby with the twins that she gave to KBC, thinking that, okay, with this, she's going to be having more time with KBC. Is she thinking that because she too is not having the best time with KBC, that is why maybe it makes sense to now try to support KBC? And how does she now want to do this support? By now saying that, okay, Queen Naomi should come back to the palace, thinking that on that premise now, she will now selfishly have more time with KBC. So that is why I'm so happy that the great Iyamifa is back, big time, warning Queen Naomi, look, forget all this, their campaign all over the place. It is not for altruistic reasons. There's nothing in it. Stay away from these people. So this is what we are hearing at this time. And I don't know how far Olori Mariam is going to go. So the thing is, if this story that we are hearing allegedly right now is true, then I'm wondering why Olori Mariam is taking this thing like this. Because the truth of the matter is, Onurisha is Onurisha. He will do what he wants to do. Okay? And you cannot stampede our dear Queen Naomi to come to the palace. If she wants to come to the palace, fine and good. That should be her decision. And not because you want to satisfy your selfish urge. Okay? Queen Naomi will not come to the palace because of that. She will decide when she feels it is right to do so. Okay? So this is what we are hearing at this time. And I feel I just, it's so funny to me that of all people, it is Olori Miriam from Paropo. Now she's taking solace in Reverend Ajayi. I wonder where this will lead her to. Okay. So those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice at this time, please kindly leave your comment in the comment section. I want to hear what you feel about this story coming out. Okay. I'm going to be back soon. God bless you.